I'm Datin PH Wong. I'm the president of the Association of Registered Childcare Providers, Malaysia, but we're better known in Bahasa as PPBM, Persatuan Pengasuh Berdaftar, Malaysia. From the perspective of children and as well as adults, children's rights are very important, mainly because every child is born with rights. And those rights encompass the whole aspect of whether it's the child's survival, the child's protection, the child's development, and more importantly, the child's right to participation, to have a voice, to be able to tell adults, this is what I need, this is what you need to do for me, rather than everything planned for them without consulting them. In Malaysia, it's particularly important because we have grown up in a society where children's rights is a frightening concept for parents and for many people, and therefore we want to be able to take away that fear and tell people it's the same as respecting adults' rights. What adults have a right to, the child has a right to. So children's right is just focusing a little bit more on children because they cannot help themselves, therefore they need adults to help them claim their rights. I think parents play an extremely important role because in the sense that when you become a parent and you have a little young person to take care of, you are there as the adult, so to provide them with the right nutrition, the right things to grow up with, to develop well, and also to make sure that they are safe. It is ultimately the parents' responsibility, not the government, not the NGO's responsibility to ensure your child is safe. Therefore, I would say that in the Malaysian context, we all know that we are in a society where parents have a very authoritarian role. It's I'm the parent, you're the child. You listen to me, and what I tell you, you have to do. So we want to change, with the CRC, we're trying to change the perspective of parent that yes, you're the parent, but you need to have better communication with your child. You need to establish that you respect your child's opinion, even about simple things like what would you like for breakfast, or what career would you like to go into, instead of imposing your will on the child. Nope, you must be a lawyer. Do consult your children, do ask them and find out from them what is their passion, what do they like, and then move them towards that kind of thing. That is your role of a parent, is to nurture your child to become a responsible adult, and the greatest gift I think that parents can give to their child is to maintain that communication channel with your child throughout their life, even when they are older, because without the communication channel, when they have a problem, they will go to other people. And the other thing that parents need to do is to be able to allow your children to have opportunities to learn about being safe, in all aspects of safety, not necessarily just their own personal safety, but even at home, what safety in the school is a topic that parents should talk to their kids about. So these are all part of what nurturing their right as an individual, as a human being, so that's important. I believe parents play a very strong role in nurturing their child and respecting their child as a little human being with rights. Once you have a child, you have a responsibility, you're accountable to make sure that child is safe, the child is nurtured well, and the child has been given opportunities to be with friends, to be able to make decisions on things that impact on them. It is important for parents that they keep their communication channels with their child, as long as the child knows that they can always come back to you as a parent to talk to. If they have a problem, they can think through the problem with you. You're giving them life skills to become responsible adults and who can be able to make decisions on their own. As a parent, I think it's extremely important for parents to be able to allow children to have as many opportunities as possible to believe in themselves, rather than imposing their ideas on the child. In Malaysia, I think parents tend to be very, very dictatorial, authoritarian. I'm the parent, you are the child, you listen to me, there's no need for me to listen to you. But we're asking, in the light of the CRC, we're asking parents, it's time to listen to your child. They have things to say, they're highly intelligent, they have opinions on everything, but do listen to what they have to say, because if you're not listening to them, they will go to someone else for help. Parenting, in fact, is the basic structure. If parents do their job well, the family thrives, the nation thrives. Because when you have good families, there is less problems for the whole nation, and there's less things we have to do for protecting children. My hope for children is that the government, as well as the private sector and the NGOs would be able to really sit down together and have a national strategy, an action plan for the well-being of children, and be able to implement that national plan to go down to grassroots, right down to the residential associations, right down to the children in their schools, because it is a commitment that the government has made to the CRC that we want, but children themselves cannot put those things into place. Therefore, the adults need to be able to do that. And of course, my hope is when we do that, we should be consulting the children so that the plan will work well. And because I work on the basis of, I think advocacy is extremely important, and if 40% of our population are children, why are we not listening to them? So my greatest hope is that the adults and everyone else would listen to children, consult them, and give them an opportunity to hear their voices so that we are able to plan better for them, because whatever we plan is going to impact on them. And we as adults don't like to have people plan for us and then not consult us. Therefore, same thing applies to children. So that's my hope for children.